Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. Like we've said in the past, one of the first modifications a lot of Mustang owners do is a good quality cold air kit. A cold air kit's not that hard to install, relatively inexpensive, and is a great way to add some look, sound, and horsepower to your Mustang. When doing our builds here at CJ Pony Parts, one manufacturer we often look to for a good cold air kit is JLT. JLT's kits look great, fit great, and best of all, add horsepower. Well, they announced they had a kit available for the EcoBoost. We couldn't wait to get our hands on one and install it on our EcoBoost project car. The JLT kit includes this black ABS textured plastic tube. It has a massive 5-inch opening and has real smooth bends going down to your turbo. Also includes this huge 5x8 power stack filter, which is oilable and reusable. Includes a necessary connection for the turbo, a blow-off valve cap, which we'll explain later, and this high-quality airbox to keep unwanted heat away from the filter. For this installation, they had a 1/4-inch ratchet, short extension, 7mm socket, 8mm socket, 10mm socket, and pliers. Removal of the stock air intake is actually pretty simple. You can disconnect the clamp down here at the turbo, disconnect the tube for the blow-off, remove the sensor for the IAT, remove the bolt for the airbox, and you can actually pull the whole assembly out as one piece. Disconnect the PCV by pulling back on this gray clip and just sliding it up. Press down the center here to remove the IAT. Once you get the sensor off, also make sure you remove the wiring harness here from the box. Last step, the retaining bolt on the outside. I'm going to shimmy it out from the front. Move the whole air intake assembly. You'll need a few things off the stock airbox. Start with this rubber grommet, remove it from the stud, put it back in place on the car. You also need this rubber grommet metal spacer. Simply push up from the bottom and remove. Last part we need is the IAT sensor. Simply turn it counterclockwise and remove. Now we can take the IAT we just removed and we'll put it into the new tube for our JLT. Once you have it pushed all the way in, just make sure the blue element is visible. This is where the blow-off valve tube is going to go on the intake manifold. They include its block-off plate if you do want to vent it to the atmosphere. There's no performance benefit, but you know what? It sounds cool, so we're going to do that. Now we'll install the grommet with the metal spacer into our JLT airbox. Kind of sort of work it in. We're ready to install in the car. We'll start by putting the box into place. I want to push this sort of in the airbox and get it down where it goes. Once the box is in, I'm going to push the air duct up, connect it to the factory duct. Reinstall the factory airbox retaining bolt. Before we install the air tube, we'll connect the filter. You don't have to over crank it, just get it snug. And we'll connect the tube on the turbo side. Leave these loose for now, but make sure they're facing outward so we can get to them from the car to be able to tighten them down. This one we can snug up a little bit before we put it on the car. And we're ready to install. Carefully start with putting the turbo side down into place. Rest that in there and go tighten it up. We'll grab the tube and sort of work it onto the turbo. Here you can see now that our factory blow-off valve is simply venting to the atmosphere. If you don't want the sound, remember this is optional. You can reinstall the factory tube, just don't install the block-off plate on the JLT. Last step, we need to reinstall the IAT. JLT even includes a hole in their airbox for the plug. And your installation's finished. Remember, speed density system, it's not mass air, so no tunes required. The JLT fits great and it looks great under the hood. Now I'll show you how it sounds. You can really hear the JLT pulling air, and then obviously a huge difference is having that blow-off valve vented the atmosphere. You can really hear the turbo blow off. What can I say? Another quality product from JLT. Their 2015 EcoBoost Cold Air Kit looks great on the car, is very easy to install, sounds great, and opening up the bypass makes it sound even better and give us that real turbo sound. Installation couldn't be easier, take you only around 20 minutes, tops half an hour, so you'll be back on the road in no time. For more installation videos for your 2015 Mustang, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for the best selection of 2015 Mustang parts. Check out cjponyparts.com.